Hello again, AMG partners. Joe Hebert here, and today's video is going to be a brief introduction to boards. So as previously mentioned, you should really only have 2 boards per dealership. The first board is your offers board. The second board will be a partner alignment board. Hopefully there will be more boards to come, including contacts for the dealership, onboarding information to have their zip codes, best practices, things like that. For now, I'm going to start with the offers board. This one is pretty straightforward. Not really a whole lot you'll have to do here. Really, it's just going to be a repository for any incentives, things like that, that are available throughout the month. What I will do is basically send out a link to the dealerships at the beginning of every month with this information. Who's filling out this form, the date that it's completed, any attachments, if there's themes that they want to push, any kind of generic offers. Hopefully we can get all the necessary disclaimers and maybe even some service offers in here so that we can try to just get as much stuff as we can going. All right, so from here, basically once the dealership or someone at the dealership creates this form or completes the form, the information will come in here and will be displayed in this table view. If you need to, you can export this information into Excel as well so that you have something in a copy and paste format. Please note that you may have multiple people completing the surveys through the month, so you may have somebody for service that completes this and somebody for sales, but please pay special attention. You will get notifications as soon as the surveys are completed. Anybody subscribing to the board will get them. Pretty straightforward. Again, if you got any questions or anything, don't hesitate to give us a shout. Next up is going to be the partner alignment board. This is really where you'll be spending the majority of your time within the MOJO platform. From here, you can see all the different services that the dealership is taking advantage of at the top, and then any potential inactive services at the bottom. If for some reason you feel something is listed incorrectly, should be running and isn't, or vice versa, just let us know. You've got a few trackable items or relevant items associated with each of these tasks, like when the offers came in through the month, the channel status, is it launched, is it in progress, any launch dates, the due date, and then any flight dates. Now, please pay special attention to these dates. These are the dates that we want you guys to launch your services throughout the month. If for some reason you feel like a date is a little too unachievable for whatever reason, please reach out to us and let us know. But they should change throughout the month based on when incentives are going to expire, the weekends when we feel like it's relevant to actually get them. Obviously, if the offers received come in after the due dates, well, there's nothing that you guys can necessarily do about that. But we do want to make sure that you're backing into the launch dates based on whatever you need, whatever time frame you need to get everything launched. Flight dates, these are really going to be primarily associated with any of the direct marketing efforts. We know that some of the digital services will run from a particular day through the end of the month, but we're not really tracking those that way. We'll look at the launch date for those types of services. The flight dates are particularly important because they do roll up to a calendar view that the dealerships will be using, and we don't want to clutter any direct efforts with the digital services in terms of what they see. Now from here, really what you'll be doing is updating the sub items. The easiest thing to do is probably just click on the person tab at the top, and it will associate any of the services or channels where you are the project owner or the channel owner. Someone from AMG will probably be an owner listed as well, probably be myself, but you guys will be listed. You can also use the search tool if you want. It will show the dealership name, the vendor name. For example, if you want to see something that Hamlin or Dealer Inspire, etc. But really the easiest thing is just to click on the person up here, and it will have everything just associated with you. From there you can click on the sub items, and it will expand each of the individual sub items for each channel. Now, these sub items again are what we felt were some relevant tasks or items that needed to be tracked accordingly with each particular channel. If you feel as though something doesn't need to be listed because you're never doing that, or it just doesn't happen, or if there are things that you are doing throughout the month that you want to track so that the dealerships know all the things you're doing for them, please again let us know and we can add any necessary information in. From here, really the main thing that you'll be doing is updating your item status. It's pretty straightforward. Are you working on it? Ideally, in a perfect world, maybe when you get incentives, you're going in and updating all of your channels so that we know that you're working on them. And then when it's done, you just mark it to done and go from there. Once all of your tasks are marked to done, you'll see that your channel status will be updated automatically with a different launch date. So we've gone past this now, or we've hit it actually, I should say. So we'd also ask that you add any relevant notes associated with each of your tasks. So maybe some targeting criteria, what years we're targeting, the zip codes, things like that. Creative, we would ask that you add a link to the file or attach the file itself. We want this to be a repository of creative throughout the dealer's history. So if they want to look back at a direct mail campaign they ran in February of last year, or remember what that display set of banners were for the Nissan 0% event, something like that, they can always go back and find that creative in here. But again, it should be pretty straightforward. If you have any questions, please let us know.